Look, optimizing for virality and getting as many views as possible as a business owner is counterproductive. And I know this because I've went viral countless times before and it's done the complete opposite to what I want. Because I don't really care about the engagement I get, the likes, shares, comments. What I care about is the amount of money that is entering my bank account. Now, the thing is, when you try to go viral, you're basically creating content that reaches anyone and everyone. And unless your ideal client is anyone and everyone, then going viral is probably the worst thing you can do in your business. Because you probably work with a specific type of person or client that is able to pay a premium price for your services and products. And when you go viral, you're not really creating content that resonates with a person that is willing to pay a premium price. What you're doing is you're creating content that resonates with the masses of everyone. And there's a big difference between creating a content piece that will go in depth into what your ideal client wants compared to creating a content piece that reaches everyone and anyone that goes viral. And the problem is many business owners think that going viral is what's going to get them to their ideal client when it does the complete opposite. All they're doing is building a following of people that just like what they say, but don't actually buy or want to work with them as a client. So there are two ways you can grow an audience or a brand or a following. The first way, which is what most people do, is go viral. So when you go viral, your goal is to go as wide as possible and try to reach as many people as possible. Now, the other way is we could go deep, where instead of going wide, our goal is to go deep into the specific type of client that you work with, which is you probably have an ICP, which is an ideal client profile. So you figure out what does your ideal client look like, you create a profile for it, and then from there you figure out what are their fears, what do they fear, what do they want, what are their problems, and what are their dreams. And then what you do is you create content that goes deep into these four things so that when your ideal client comes across your content, they're more likely to engage with you and want to follow you and buy from you. Basically, we try to filter our content for only the type of person we want, and we don't try to cater it to everyone and anyone that comes across our content. Now, the results between going viral and going deep are going to be significantly different. You're going to have a completely different experience from the amount of money you make, how hard you have to work to convert followers into customers and clients, and so on. So let's go over this step by step. So let's say you choose to go viral. What's going to happen is, let's say we create a content piece. Let's say this is a video you created. Now, to go viral, more often than not, you're probably going to create content that is fun and entertaining, and anyone can watch it, and the algorithm is going to push it because everyone likes it. Everyone engages with it. Okay, so what's going to happen is when you create content that is fun and entertaining, specifically fun and entertaining, what's going to happen is you're going to get this huge bar of views. Let's say this is views right here, right? Views. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel like, oh, wow, we're getting all these views. And you're going to feel like you're making so much progress. But the thing is, if you run a business and you work with a specific type of person that's paying premium, then this is the last thing you want. Because what's going to happen is when you look at the demographic amount of views that you're getting, maybe possibly 1% of those people are qualified. See, this is qualified. People that are willing to buy your premium offer. Probably is going to be very expensive. What's going to happen is majority of the views you're going to get is going to be people that are unqualified and will probably never take out their credit card to buy anything. So these are people that are unqualified, non-buyers. Very different, because when you go viral and you get this amount of views, certain amount of these people are going to choose to follow you. Now, the problem with this is that your follower account, let's say this is your audience here. I'm going to say this is your follower. Let's say this box is your audience here. Now, what's going to happen is the audience is literally going to be made up of the content that you're creating. So your audience is probably going to look like so little of it is going to be qualified people. And then the majority of it is going to be people that are unqualified. Okay, unqualified, and then qualified. And the problem with this is that you're going to feel like you're making a lot of progress because you're getting views, you're getting a lot of traffic, people are liking your stuff. Social media is going to feel like you're making tons of progress. But when you look at your audience and you try to find a client, you have to put in a lot of effort. You have to filter through all these people just to find one single client. And that is very frustrating because the amount of work you have to put in, not to mention the amount of work you have to put in to make your content fun and engaging, and then getting this huge dopamine boost from the views you get, the likes, comments, engagement. And then when you actually try to make money from your audience, you can't monetize because you literally made content that goes viral. So I cannot tell you the amount of creators or business owners I come across who have a lot of followers, but literally can't make $100. Like just the other day, I saw someone with 50,000 followers and he still hasn't made his first $100 from his audience. It's ridiculous. And I don't know why people are so fixated on going viral. Now, on the other side of things, let's say you decide to create content that goes deep and is very specific to your ideal client. Let's say this is the content piece again. Instead, what we're gonna do is, instead of making it fun and entertaining, we're gonna make it more insight-based. So it's not gonna be fun and entertaining per se, but it's gonna be more insightful. So people are gonna come across it and they're gonna feel like they got intellectually nourishing information. They're gonna watch your content, they're probably gonna get a perspective shift. You're probably gonna share stories, and you're probably gonna explain why people have problems. And this is gonna attract your ideal client. Now, what's gonna happen, now obviously you're gonna get significantly less views. So let's say this is the amount of views you're gonna get, right? But from the views you're gonna get, you're gonna have a way better ratio of people that are qualified compared to unqualified people or people who are non-buyers, like so. So let's say this is how it's gonna look like. So this is qualified and this is unqualified. And then many business owners will feel like demotivated here because they're probably gonna get, I don't know, like 100 views, maybe 1,000 views. And it's gonna feel very demotivating because you're not getting any views. But I'd still prefer to get less views that attracts qualified people over trying to go super viral and getting so much people and getting this false sense of progress, and that makes me want to continuously do this and then reach a point where I'm literally optimizing a system that doesn't generate me more money. I'd rather focus on what's gonna get me qualified leads so that I can grow an audience like so, like over time, at least my audience, as I grow my audience, majority of it will be people that are qualified. Like so, let's see here. So this is gonna be qualified. Now, let's say you create a content piece and magically it goes viral. Well, now it's gonna go viral for the right reasons. It's gonna go viral and most likely it's gonna attract more of the people that are qualified instead of trying to go viral from the get-go. So virality here is just a bonus. It's not expected, but it's a bonus. So if we go viral, at least our message will scale with the views that we get. That means the people that watch it are more likely going to buy or follow us. So I'd much rather have this than trying to go viral at the outset. Optimizing for virality is counterproductive, but optimizing for content that is deep, that happens to go viral, is ideal. That's all what we want to do. So first thing is you want to create content that is specific for ideal client. And then if you can, look for ways that can go viral. Then great. Then look for ways we can go viral. How can we optimize this? How can we package this so it can get more views? Step one, where most people get wrong, is not creating the right type of content over here. It's just making fun, entertaining stuff and being trapped into this cycle. Only then, once you conquer this ability to attract the right amount of people, then you look for ways to go viral. So I'm not saying going viral is wrong in the outset, but you need to go viral the right way. Okay, so the results of this is what's going to happen is you're going to have an audience of people that are mainly qualified. So you're probably gonna have a smaller audience, but it is going to be an efficient audience, because the ratio of people that are qualified and not qualified is gonna be high. Now the difference here is the amount of work required for you to monetize is gonna be way significantly less. It's gonna be easy because these people are also watching content that is insightful. Most likely this is gonna be long-form content that is insightful, gives them a perspective shift, tells them about stories and explains to them why they have problems. They're more likely to convert. So if you like just send a hand raisers, let's say this month I'm working with 3 to 5 people. If you're interested, reply keyword. You're probably going to get like 3 to 10 hand raisers a month, like easily, because now you're building an audience the right way. And this makes it 10 times easier to monetize, because I've seen so many people that go viral, and for them to just find this one client, they have to filter through all of this. So what they have to do is they have to send DMs, they have to like hire appointment setters, and then they possibly have to do sales calls because people are not familiar. They're not posting long form content. So all the work that they could have done in the front end over here with a long form video that is insightful, they have to do that all in the back end. And not to mention the amount of work that they have to put in just to go viral and to get views. So for me personally, I would much prefer to go deep and build a smaller audience that is efficient, where I can just send one single hand raiser and get 3 to 10 people that are interested, that want to buy stuff from me, and then just monetize. Like just have the business serve my life. Why should I constantly try to go viral and get more and more views and then run all this bloat to send more DMs, hire more appointment setters, do more calls just to get a single client, when I can create content that speaks specifically to my ideal client and then literally attracts and nurtures them on the front end with content that is deep, that when I try to tell people, hey, do you want to work with me? They're like in already. I don't need to do constant DMs to filter out to find the type of person I need to work with. I don't need to do sales calls. All I need to do is send them a hand raiser to send them how it's going to work with me in a video or an offer doc, and then they decide to work and we start working the next day. So these are 2 ways you can grow your audience. I personally prefer to go deep over going viral. Now, if you resonated with this video, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you are a business owner who's looking to build a business that is efficient, that you can operate in 2 hours a day and still have tons of profit so you can live a life of freedom, then you'll definitely like my newsletter, where I send daily insights on how I implement systems and digital assets into my business that allows me to operate it in 2 hours a day and still make tons of profit. If you want that, click the link in the description, and there's going to be other freebies in there. I'll see you guys in the next video.